back with more BorderLands. Can't really have anything to really talk about, but I just watched a really cool anime. And now I'm going to blow up shit. This one.
Nailed it!
Complete 12 days in. Okay. Hammer generation kind of sucks. Yeah, it's every 3 seconds I get it, so it's probably almost every 10 seconds. It's every 10-second ratio. So I get my regeneration up to 10, it'll do it every second. It actually would be fucking useful. Okay, you're fucking worthless. Okay.
Are you about ready to get rolling? Mounting up.
Yeah, let's go. But yeah, today at work and that was really slow. Now maybe tomorrow I'll be a little bit fast, a little bit more. I don't know. I don't feel like not staying. I didn't want to stay today because I need to fucking recover. I was so exhausted. I felt like fucking shit. I was so tired.
So, you think the vault is real, eh? Everyone is talking about it. This is the biggest thing that's happened here in a long time. Think of the visitors we will have. Listen, if you find it, what's inside could be worth a fortune. But only if you get the right partner to help you sell it. So, partners?
Downloading and analyzing your DNA record. Human status confirmed. Access to the doll headland is granted. Please stand by while I activate the gate for you.
Cool.
Yes. You are now free to enter the...
This place is pretty fun. I miss this BorderLands. I mean, playing this one or playing the second one, I think this one's a little bit better. It's always the first of everything that seems to be rather good. Sometimes the second one really picks up, and the third one doesn't do too well as much.
Look at you roll. I got the ride. Get your meds here.
22%, 66% acceleration. I'm doing the poopers. Got one curtain there.
Hey, you seen my gun?
I'm taking a shit here. Yeah, one lady's at work and that was known to be a bit of big of a crackhead, I guess.
You know, Luck is an old buddy of mine, and by old buddy, I mean asshole that ruined my mom's girl parts. Sounds like he's in trouble, so you go on ahead and try and keep him alive long enough so I can kill him at a later occasion.
Mess up my mom's girl part. Zadie has a huge dick. That's fucking hilarious. You got a huge dick.
Critical, Biot.
Ha! Dumbass. That was funny. Oh shit. Fucking bitch. Look. I don't wanna die. Nah, the truth is, if they only came out with this game and kept making DLCs for this one, I'd be happy. They can always add more stuff into a game. They don't need to create a brand new game. They'll still make a shit ton of money off of it. I would say that's the only thing I don't like about when they keep on, like, making new games, more new games, more new games. Fucking bitch. That looks really fucking cool. I love corrosive.
You found a corrosive weapon. Shots fired from these weapons have a chance of splattering acid on your target. The acid eats through armor and flesh in no time at all, and can spread to other nearby enemies.
Oh, nobody grenades for you die. Shit. Ah, you fucktard. Fuck off, bitch. Ain't give me a little motherfucker. The gun's horrible. How did you kill me? Does 500 damage. Shoots slow as fuck though. Damn. That's all you got. Oh, they got a bunch of mods here. What we got here? Combat rifle, ammo regeneration. Say what? That's fucking cool as fuck. Magazine, impact. That's actually really cool. More magazine impact. Combat rifle too, so. Dude, everything costs so damn much in this fucking game. Look at all that shit, dude. What's up, Connor? 80-something. I want it. Fuck. I'll never have enough money to buy fucking mods. Where's my back scratcher at? Oh. Fuck is this shit? Oh, it's my little trash can. What's this? That's my sword, and this is that. Probably gonna sit for a little bit longer. I do have work tomorrow later on. I messed up my mother's girl parts. That's so hilarious.
Hey, thanks for keeping that dickbag alive long enough for me to pound on later. Much as it pains me to admit, Luckin knows the area better than anyone. Might want to use him while he's alive for me not having killed him and all.
That doesn't want something to cost 16,000. Of course. And I have enough fucking money to do anything in this game. I might take it. Run, motherfucker, run! Oh, fuck. I don't think these monsters are even on the second one. But I ain't gonna lie, skags on this one are fucking devastating. They are gigantic fucking assholes. Fuck off, dude. Yeah, fucking assholes. Skags in this one kill you so much faster, especially you get into the bigger skags and the like skags in the second one, not as bad, but this one, I get the armor skags, you do like no damage to them unless you catch them on fire. But you need to catch them on fires. No, I don't know this guy. It takes you along the road.
Target hit.
You never should have come here. Now you're gonna pay.
Dude, they dropped such shitty ass fucking things. Jeez. They really do, they do. Fucking that show is now online. Okay. Got no blown up shit.
Got him down. You're going down.
I got these dudes just sitting there.
Mounting up.
Can't say really what falls, dude. Fucking quest. Let's see what time is. You can't see it. That's right, 2 o'clock. Nice, got my like second win. Now I gotta fucking get ready to go to bed. Cause I gotta wake up and go to work at fucking 4. Oh, man, I hate that shit. Shit's. Oh, she changed my time so much. So where, like, I went to work at 5 today, I was supposed to get back at 1. I'm like, okay, that's cool, you know. I end up leaving early anyway because we were super slow and that, and labor was high as fuck, and I worked an extra day. I worked on my day off for about, I think it was like 3.5 hours. I worked like a half hour more on my other day. So I'm roughly at like 13.5 hours right now. I still got 3 more days to work because I work Friday, today's Saturday, or I work Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and then it goes to next week. After this week, next week we get paid. So I'm looking forward to a full paycheck. So, I think it's gonna be alright. Everything's going really good in that. It's just it's just a lot to learn. You gotta learn all these menu items and that. I'm not 100% knowing everything. It's just taking a little bit of time, man. But there's so many people being there and that. It's taking even more time because there's so many people fucking working. So I have to like. I'm learning very, very slowly. Cause I'm never like on the line making food. I'm just like a placement or a go-to person. But yeah, it's kind of getting to that point where it's just like, I don't know if it's just getting annoying. Cause like some people, they're very gossipy there. Not that I don't mind that stuff, cause I think it's pretty cool and that. But they're fun to listen to. That's what I can say. I talked about today with them, and most of them are women that I work with, so they're very gossipy. They gossip a lot. It's not even towards like, I don't know, it's towards everything altogether. It's just normal gossipy bullshit, but they talk about customers a lot, and like, well, if this customer comes through, and they're women in that, so they're like, do the whole cussing thing, and they're sitting there, like, oh yeah, you know, like, oh, this person came through, you know, they're a bitch, and fuck them, and da 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 da, with all that stuff, and I'm just like, I mean, for how I learned to deal with stuff and that, you can talk about stuff if you're passionate about a subject, but not about a person. I know it's hard to do it sometimes to separate it, but some people, it's easier said than done. With me, it was very difficult to do that first. That's what I like doing in psychology way. Go down and like the action that they did. Not making it personal. Because a lot of people do the same thing, it's just a different scenario. And I always will say that. Like most people need that's the biggest thing that I need to understand as a person, and other people need to understand. We all come from nothing. We all come from learning absolutely nothing. We don't know anything when we're born. Only thing we know is how to breathe because God gives us the first breath. That's the breath of life. The first thing you utter is God's name. You utter Yahweh. Yahweh. It's the breath of life. People can interpret it however they want to, but it's literally how your breath is. You... But yeah. Fuck that, I didn't even see your message there, bro. I hate when my message thing doesn't pop up. Like, it'll pop it up, but then it doesn't, like, keep it up there long enough. It pops up every, like, I think it's like every, like, 20 seconds or that. If you're still on, I'm doing good. It's got a new job in that, working, doing a bunch of shit in that, learning a bunch of crap again. I'm trying to become a shift lead at this job and that. Hopefully it goes through. I think it's gonna go through. I just gotta get my ass trained and all stuff and that, and go through all their bullshit, and eventually they're gonna start getting me into that. It's not gonna take too much time. That I'll have to get adjusted to certain things. That, but I'm already like learning the ropes of certain things. So it's just taking time. But other than that, it's not doing bad. I mean, I get paid more. I mean, like, they're busy. I mean, I work at Taco Bell right now. They're busy. Really busy. Friday we got our asses cooked. Friday we got smashed. Like, it was busy. For like 3 hours straight, basically. We may have like a couple minutes in between certain orders, and then we'll pick it back up. Because they give a lot of DoorDash orders and mobile orders. And mobile orders, they'll literally sit in the parking lot. They'll drive in, they'll go to the parking lot. They'll do mobile orders and that. And then what they'll do is they'll gather up. So like 3 or 4 people go into the parking lot. And they'll all do mobile orders. They'll take the sweet ass time doing it too. So all these mobile orders come in all at once, and they're already waiting there to get the thing. Like, oh yeah, I'm here. It's like, well, your shit just came up, bro. Like, chill out. I mean, it's not hard to make the stuff from that because, you know, unfortunately, I'm very fast with my hands. That's from all the punching training I did, which comes in handy. And like, but it's just learning all the fucking ropes again. It's just taking. I wish Zips ever did close down because I think it's fucking stupid that they did. You know, that's the one thing that kind of really pissed me off. It's just. It was just so fucking ignorant for them to just shut down for no fucking reason. When they say, oh, it's bankruptcy and all that bullshit, it's like, man, I ain't gonna lie, that's complete fucking bullshit. That was an utter fucking lie. And I'm just like, yeah, you guys shut down because you guys were just, you guys were just in. Yeah. That's basically what it was. And that's what made kind of stupid, because we're all just sitting there trying to figure out what to do. You know. Like, I was figuring out if I was going to get another job really quick, and then I'm just like, well, like, fuck me. Like, dude, I just got this job. I thought I was gonna get this job and stay here until I became like a least assistant manager. Now I'm making, you know, $17 an hour now. Assistant manager at a car wash is a lot fucking easier than a fucking assistant manager at a fucking fast food place. Fast food places. There's a lot of bullshit with that. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's all gonna work out. I'm gonna try to keep myself motivated in that. It's just taking time to go through all the bullshit. Just like anything else, it just takes time. So, I have to learn my bullshit again, and but all I have to say is, was the job worth it with the experience? Yeah. And honestly, it wasn't even from the experience of the job itself. It was the experience I had with the people that I had there. You know, I got a girlfriend that, which, you know, that didn't fucking last long. It only lasted for like a couple fucking months, which is fine by me because I wasn't really expecting it to fucking last longer than that. Especially the way that she is. She was a bit on the rush side of life. She wanted to rush to marriage way too quickly, and then she was like in a fucking hurry because of her age. I was just sitting there like, oh, okay. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna rush to marry a woman that I've only known. So then I just sat there and just like thinking about, man, like, man, this shit ain't gonna be worth it if she's gonna be keep on like starting to give me ultimatums already and shit. I'm like, fucking ultimatums. Like, ultimatums already? Telling me, you know, like, well, I lost interest in you because you didn't want to do this, dude. I'm like, I didn't think a relationship had ultimatums. I'm like, I thought people just went with each other because they actually really like each other. They didn't do it because they want to look good because of status and shit. And that's what it came down to. It was like a status bullshit. And I'm like, well, fuck, that's stupid. It's like, I don't want that. I don't want to be a status fucking person. And be like, that I'm only with someone because it makes you feel better about myself. Like, I guess, but I'm not. I feel great by myself. I'm not with you because it makes you feel better. I don't feel not alone. I mean, I don't. It feels good to have someone, but I don't need someone. Like, you're demanding me do all the stuff and that, but I digress from that. But it was all a good learning experience, though. I learned a lot. And I learned to just take care of my fucking self and worry about myself. And worry about my fucking health, first of all. Life does get any fucking easier as you get older. Other than that, you learn more. But yeah, that's about fucking it. Just playing games and the same thing I always do. Can't say anything fucking changes. It's been raining a lot. Temperature's dropping, which feels great outside. Yeah, I gotta go to the fucking gym tomorrow. I think I should be alright. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get off and I'm probably gonna go to bed and that. I did a really good meditation that kind of like realigned me a little bit. And had some good nutritious food. I had a bunch of blueberries and shit, and did my vitamin drink, which is actually really nice. But yeah, just keep on fucking pushing it. Can't stop now. It's gotta keep on going. I'm happy I took off today because I was tired. Yesterday kicked my ass and that because I got from the gym and that. And it kicked my ass really fucking bad. Can't say I really liked it too much. A lot of recharge in my body and shit. Nice, killed me a fucking spider. Yeah. Get spiders in the corner of my room and that. I have to start killing them off before they start to get too many of them. I catch them on the side of my eye and I just crush them really quickly. Just get rid of them. Yeah, they always sneak through the fucking window and shit. the cool thing is it never really come on my bed. My bed's like a couple feet off the ground. And almost hit the quarters and shit. That's why I have my fan on. So they can't drop down on top of me and shit. The wind kind of keeps them away. I don't know. But yeah, it's just life right now. I'm just trying to just figure everything out. All I know is I love myself a lot better than I ever did. Like, I'm more proud of myself. And the next step forward is to just get all the money that I need to be able to make life slightly easier for me. So hopefully at this paycheck, I have to start saving again, and I'm not gonna get a girlfriend anytime soon. I think it's just gonna be a big savings thing for a while. What's up, bud? It's just life's all about figuring out what you need to do with your life. It's all about trying to get your hobbies and all that stuff organized and things that are healthy for you. Being healthy, mentally healthy, physically healthy, and spiritually healthy is the number one thing everybody needs to go through. You gotta go through some type of cycle like that. I mean, sometimes it takes a little bit of time and that. Sometimes it's a pain in the ass. Sometimes you go through a lot of hardships. You don't fucking get yourself hurt. And you'll get yourself hurt a lot. You know, life's like that. You know, you're gonna go through pain. And then every payment, you know, just like, you know, every pain situation you go through in that, you know, you gain from everything. If it's hard, you're gonna gain from it. Because you're gonna have to learn how to deal with the situation. My number one thing is just like with most men is dealing with women. Now that I know, I let it go. As in, I know how women work. And when they do specific things I don't like, I ignore. If they do things I like, I give them a little bit of attention. That's what's going to teach men out there. Women are regulated by attention. No, a lot of women don't want you to know that. They're regulated by pure attention. Doesn't matter how hot they are. They love attention. So when you stop giving them attention when they think they deserve it the most, because they are attractive, they're more or less likely you win every single time. Women hate that shit. Like women women do a lot of emotional entrapment, which is okay, you know. A lot of people do that shit where they wait for certain things that they think that you should know, and they throw games out there. They test you all the damn time. Women always will test you. They do the test bullshit. Honestly, I ignore that shit. I don't even give a fuck about the test. I'm not dealing with that crap. Because all girls do the same thing. They're all brought the same way. So you can't say that other girls are different than others. Personality-wise, yes. The way they look, yes. But how they act, most women act normally the same. Like if they had, you know, like if they have a lot of brothers and shit, they might act slightly fucking different. But if they have like all girlfriends and shit, more or less likely, they're more prissier, they act like children in front of men. That's like the natural thing to do, is act stupid in front of someone they're attracted to. I definitely know that from perspective, and I know that from actual experience. It's fucked up how things are like that. People may disagree with it, like men love to disagree with it. I'm like, but you can't disagree with something when you can just ask your own mother. Ask your own sister. It's like, when you watch how your sister talks to a really hot fucking dude, I bet you 100% she'd be like, oh yeah, it'd be all giggly and be stupid as fuck. And as soon as you say, wow, you seem like you're attracted to him. Oh no, I'm not attracted to him. But inside her mind, she's already thinking about getting bent over and been fucked already. Yeah, they do that a lot. I don't know what it is. Women love to fantasize. They fantasize a hell of a lot more than men do. They go strictly in fantasy mode. Fuck, I hear them all the time on TikTok, and they're already thinking about getting married and having kids and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I'd only known you for, I just know your name. We're gonna have kids, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. I'm like, that's some psycho ass. Yeah, bitches are fucking crazy. They're psychopaths. I don't make this shit up. It happens literally all the damn time. And like, women can get mad all they want, they just don't want you to know the truth. I don't know what it is. God damn, you're blowing me up. Got hide in the rocks. Fuck, dude, get in the rock, dumbass. But yeah, I don't know how that's how it works, but that's just how it works. A lot of people don't like asking questions about that shit. It's like, oh, that's just how it works. Oh. That's why I like watching people and I like to listen to people. When you listen to people, you start to learn a lot about how people are. And then it becomes really fucking funny too. Oh, you got me, bastard. And the thing is, like, women are the first ones to show you that they're interested. They'll show you through eyes, they'll show you through joking with you, they'll joke with you a lot, they'll fucking like play around with your feelings and shit. They're pretty fucking upfront with that crap. I mean, obviously they can deny it all they want, which normally they fucking do. No fucking money, bro. Jeez, I'm so low on money. I don't fucking like it. Back to the car over. There we go. But yeah, they're like, I look at them as like cats. They're more or less like puppy dog. They're very puppy doggish. Like they give you the googly eyes and that. They try to persuade through, you know, means of. Jeez, because what am I stuck on? Are you fucking for real? Let me put that. Fuck off that. Women like to have emotional control. I mean, they try to, but that's not how. No, that's not how it is. Women are the game. Women are the game, and they just want you to play it. That's it. Yeah, women like being the game. They like being chased even though they shouldn't be chased. Because if you chase for too long, the woman's gonna lose interest because she wants you to play that game with her. To like, I don't know why it is. It's just how it is. I love that fucking chase game. I even have full-grown women tell me this shit, and that's fucking stupid ass shit. Like, men should chase us, and I'm like, hey, fuck no. Like, I ain't chasing shit. What the fuck do you mean I got chased? I ain't doing nothing. That's fucking stupid ass shit. Oh, why? Like, why would I want to do that? A lot of people do that shit though, man. Like, for instance, I'll give you an example. Just because I know from personal experience, I know from from other experiences from like talking with people now. So there's a kid that I know. He's chasing some girl that's like overly fucking hot. She's very attractive and really smart and all that stuff and that. And like she, you know, he chases her. Like he treated her like crap because he didn't get pussy from her and that. So he started treating her like shit and that. And I told him, like, dude, stop chasing her, bro. You're making it harder for yourself. Like, you're gonna start hating yourself and shit because of this. And so he got mad at her dad because he was being like with his friends and she'd be like, oh yeah, called her a whore and all that shit and that. And so what happens is she ends up sleeping with his friend. And it's like, yeah. Kind of a hoe for doing that shit, but like, you know, whatever. It's whatever she wants to do. And like, and so after they broke up or whatever the fuck happened, he sits there and he tries to like, he starts to like hang out with her again, all that shit. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get closer because she's trying to hang out. Oh, now she's hanging out with you, bro. It's because you're fucking friend zoned, dude. She friend zoned you. Women friend zone guys are not attracted to. That's just how it is. You know, it's just the fucking game of it. You know, you gotta play with what you got. You know, sometimes shit happens that you can't expect the fucking every woman to like you, and that which is true. Not every woman's gonna like you. You know, like I have massive confidence in myself for that because I've been with a really attractive looking women in my life. I mean, obviously I never really like went through with anything, but it doesn't matter. It's like, it just... And people are gonna get upset about, no, this, that, and that. I'm like, dude. Damn, that's a fat ass gun. I like this gun. Fuck yeah, I want it. Love this gun. Fuckers. But yeah, but you just start learning it. You know, it's like every guy knows how to be a gentleman in that. But that doesn't work nowadays. Like, you can be a gentleman to a certain extent, but sometimes, you know, women don't really appreciate that because, well, I can't say that they're women, though. Women appreciate actual, like, good, honest men. I can't say that they do as much nowadays. Jeez, a lot of these fuckers here. Shoot him. But yeah, you learn a lot from just being around people and that. And like girls that get into my age group and that, in their 30s and shit, they get really fucking desperate. They get extremely desperate. Like they'll do anything to get with a man, as long as they're okay enough or attractive enough to do it. They're gonna get with them. BorderLand 4. Okay, that message just popped up. Okay. BorderLand 4. Yeah, BorderLand 4 looks good though. They made it into a good like world thing. Like shit spawns back in really quickly in that, so you don't have to save or reload your game as much, or not all actually. Because in 4, you had to reload your fucking game a lot of damn time. And that was kind of a pain in the ass, but that's one of the things that changed. Now you gotta collide that. It's basically like Destiny. There's like no fucking difference between that and Destiny other than it's full win, so. Yeah, hold on, let me get up my tablet now. I gotta look at the message thing. The messages don't take long enough. But yeah, BorderLand 4 looks pretty cool now. I really enjoy that a lot. I think it's gonna be good. So, yeah, my girlfriend's 24 on 20. Do you think the age range is worry? An older woman? I mean, 4 years ain't that bad. I mean, the way I look at it, if women are dating younger men, it's either a couple of different things. Normally, it's because they see maturity with you in that, because you're getting your life together in that, and they don't see that with other. Because from 20 to 24, like mature ratios don't change barely at all. Most men don't change. When I was 20 and that, I was basically the same at 24. I didn't really start to change in that. That's just me alone. I didn't start changing that until I started getting into like my late 20s and early 30s. That's when I actually start to actually change into more organized with my stuff and that. But some guys change a lot. You know, if you got your shit together in that, you got your hobbies together in that, you know what you want with life in that to a certain extent, then you can go for it, you know. And women seem to appreciate that shit. So, but if you're just stagnate and you're lazy, you don't want to do anything, then that's gonna be a no-go. It means you're not willing to, well, go through any type of like masculinity change or anything like that. You know, like at least that's how I think about it. Like girls that I hung around with in the last like year or so in that, you know, one of them, you know, she adored me because I act, you know, very mentor-y towards her. I was a mentor towards her, and she kind of fell in love with that mentor of me, you know, because she was younger than me, so vice versa with you, but with the man it's a lot different though. And the other reason why women date younger men is because they're a lot easier to control with sexuality, especially if you haven't been through a lot of sexuality. Now, of course, that just all depends on you and how you think about it too. So I can't just say, hey, it's this and that. Well, I mean, like I said, it just all depends on you. Like for real, like it's all about how you think how your relationship is. So. I mean, if she had a huge amount of attraction with you, which I'm thinking that's what it is, like she's just attracted to you. Like if you're attractive, women will always go for cuteness over anything else. Always. Always, 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 always. That's just how women are. If you're like got a cute, cute face and that or whatever it is, of course that just depends on the woman itself. Like women always look at things very differently than men do when it comes to certain things. But yeah, like if you're just attractive and you're skinny enough in that, like I had a lot of girls like me because they like the way my face structure was. They're like, oh, you got a pretty face and that, you got nice eyes, stuff like that. And it got me a lot of attractive looking women. A lot. And I never even noticed it until later on in my life and that. And then I started like seeing it more and more. And then I just put a label on it and say, okay, I'm attractive. Women attract me pretty damn easily because my face is attractive. My nose is not gigantically fucking huge or whatever it is. It's more like smaller, slightly more pointier than that. Instead of being broad and wide. Or whatever that is. Cuteness. I don't know what it is, but that's just what girls like, man. They like that. Yeah, I can't talk for shit. Okay. Oh, fuck this shit, bro. Yeah, fuck, dude.
Hey, is Lucky only sending you on missions that, like, destroy my stuff? Seriously, I think he's putting bad guys and runners just so you can get on to blowing them up.
That's so true. But yeah, going back to my conversation. That yeah, it happens. Like Dora, I was just talking about that. The one that mentored me, she dated a younger guy in that because she liked dating younger men. She wanted to have control. That's what she was trying to tell me. I'm like, that's stupid because they're easy to control because they're young. And it's like, well, that depends how much like sexuality training that you have. So like, if you're a man and you don't have a lot of sexual experience, 100% you're going to be used by women a lot. Because then you're going to accept everything, like everything that they say because they're attractive. Because they got a fat rack or something like that. They'll show up with a cleavage and then shake their titties in front of you and that. Or if they got a fat butt and that, they'll sway their asses towards you and that, do all that crap and that. Yeah, they won't like they're gonna be up. They won't be up front with it so that you notice it in that. I mean, obviously you're gonna notice it if it does happen, because you just gotta look for it. But you can't think that it's not for you because it is. And another thing is that women tend to do that guys are really attractive. They'll get really jealous over other girls. They're like, I have no idea why they do this shit. But they fucking do it. And they do that shit a lot. If they find a really attractive looking dude and that, they're doing that so no other girl can get you. Especially if other girls are looking at you. Girls run in groups. They're like packs. So like if one girl likes a guy, almost every other girl that notices that guy is gonna notice that bitch. They're like, that bitch. And they're all gonna be like trying to take a look at it. Always, always, always. I always have multiple women attracted to me. When one had me, other ones got jealous as fuck. They would start flirting with me a little bit more now. They would try their hardest to try to like persuade that they're better. Don't ask me why they do it. I mean, guys do it too, to a certain extent, but the honest truth is that I guess that's just how it is, you know. Women are very emotional, which comes with very huge amount of jealousy. Get fucked, dickhead. Couldn't see shit. They blew me up too much. Now, this is younger woman. Like, it happened with me, like, one of the girls I was talking to in that, you know, I worked with before, the one that was kind of like mentoring that, like, trying to, like, be, I guess, a father figure to which she's younger than me. She literally got jealous over another girl because she knew that girl had a slightly better looking body than her. Even though that she was hot, too, they were both very attractive looking. But she knew that she had competition, so immediately she fucking started emoting. Because one day I was saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna hang out with her and this other girl and that," and she's like, "You're hanging out with her?" And she got explosive over it. Yeah, no, you're good, brother. I'll talk to you later, Nut. You have a good one. I'm still might as well tell the story, Nut. So she got really explosive with it and that, and like, she just outpour with all these emotions and shit. I'm just sitting there like, why are you getting so mad? She's like, well, she's just gonna use you for money next. We're just go out and you're like, shit. I'm sure she's probably gonna pay for her own shit, because I'm probably not gonna pay for everybody's crap. And like, I say, why are you getting so mad? Like, because I'm not using money for you? And that's what it was. Self, I'm like, is it really like that? I can't believe it's actually like that. I'm like, you fucking for real? Like, that's stupid. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And she was the one that, she was just like, oh, I'm not really attracted to you and all that shit. And they're like, what do you mean? You're literally getting pissed jealous over really stupid shit. And you want to get mad at me for what? For nothing? Like, that's fucking stupid. And like, I had to go home that because I worked the mornings that, and I, you know, I just came in. I was just about leaving that basically when she's about to come in. She was closing and that. I remember like it was yesterday. It was so funny in that because I'm trying to make her understand, like, why the hell are you getting so mad at me? I didn't even say anything. I said, I'm not yours. We're not dating. I'm not your fucking boyfriend, Matt. So why are you getting so upset? I said, oh, it's because you're losing something that you don't want to lose. Because you think that she's going to psych me up. That she's going to be the one that pulls out all the stops and starts, like, sexually taming me and shit. Because women literally act like that. I don't know why. They think that men are just so easy to get influenced with. I'll say as nicely as possible, I am not tamed by fucking pussy. I really don't give a fuck. A woman comes at me and thinks that just because they got a vagina on that, I'm just gonna be like, oh my god. No. First off, I'm way too old for that shit, because it's fucking old ass shit. But women still think that I'm my age. That's how my ex was. Like, she flinged out like fucking rather, like, she was really attracted to me in that, so like, and it didn't take long for her to fling out. I'm sitting there like, why? Like, well, I don't have a boyfriend now. Like, that doesn't mean anything. What the fuck's that even supposed to mean? Get a lot of fucking, dude gives you a lot of guns. Like, I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? Because you want the taming. There's a taming thing. How most people are that use those. Well, it's a taming strategy. That's why you gotta take. That's why we have to take it, shit for what it is. A lot of women intentionally, the ones that do these trickery things, that they have to do it because they think that's the only way they can get men is by the temptation shit. And the funny thing is, it only works for a little while and that until people start to realize how fucking stupid it is, and then women start to think, oh, what else do I have? I'm like, I don't know. That's all you have in your arsenal is to say, hey, look at me, I'm pretty, I'll put on makeup and that, and he'll like you a little bit better than that, because, it takes a personality. It clearly takes a good personality now. Like, if I'm sitting there with Max and that, me and her were talking about, we'd be sitting there watching SpongeBob and shit. We'd just sit there talking, watching SpongeBob about, drawing stuff and that, da da da. And I was just like, we're just sitting there chilling, watching SpongeBob and shit. Like, I was just happy. But unfortunately, she wanted more and all that crap and that. I'm just like, for the time being, I'm just like, dude, I just start getting my life together and that, and I literally. And I figured out, you just wanted someone with you. And that's what it was, you were just lonely. Okay, bud, you have a good night, man. I still don't make that much fucking money. Change the color to pink.
I got the ride.
I got dirty pink. But yeah, it's just a lot of fucking experience you gotta go through to really get to that point in life. You can go through it really young and early in that, which some people do in that. I don't think people should rush life too much. Because when you rush life too much, it gets into a big ass hassle. And you start to, like, hurt yourself too. $50% more magazines. 2 to impact, 2 to overlord. This one gives you 3 to impact. I'll get that other model. This one's be better. It's gonna give me more ammo. A lot of fucking ammo. Cool. I like having shit to the ammo in my mag. I thought so. Nice. So the next thing we'll get up is get up. This up max. This is really good. Because I can get 60% on this, and I can get another 45 on that, and I'll have like over like 150% on the magazines. I'll be in like 200 rounds. Then I need some speed increase on the shit. Oh, I need to go to bed. I can wake up. I'm so wide awake right now. I think I need to eat more in the morning time, tell you the truth. But yeah, I try to study and research anything, you know, and some people think I'm unorthodox in that because I talk about specific things, and I make fun of fucking certain things. I like, when I see people do stupid shit, you always gotta talk it out. Like, hey, why the fuck you doing that? I'm confused, you look do that. It's like, that was stupid as fuck. But people potentially, like, we really get upset with that shit, and they cry very, very hard over it. Like, they're like little crybabies and that over stuff and that. You gotta complain about a little bit of stuff.
This Bad Mel guy,
Yeah.
I know him. He's the one that's been stealing all my runners and putting them in the hands of these jagoffs. Hey, you say hello from Scooter. And by that I mean you just go murder the crap out of him, alright?
Suck dick though.
Yeah! Yeah! Come on, little one! Time to die!
Oh my god, I cannot see shit. Sucks, can't see shit with all the damn explosions. Oh my god, I can't see anything. What the fuck's right in front of me? I can't see anything. Can't see shit! Can't see nothing! I'm like blinded. Actually feeling like this game is meant to be like that. That's what I like about this game. Like, they made it to where it's actually supposed to be fucking difficult. Like, BorderLands 2 was actually a lot easier. Like, you can just sit there and, like, do really well. Cause, like, I don't know what it is with the skills. But the skills are pretty good. But yeah. But yeah, I love researching all that stuff and that. Ask questions and shit. Especially when people really fucking like to argue about stuff and that. What about crybabies? Depends on what it is. Depends on what people cry about. A lot of times it's just discussions with things that happen in their life, or discussions with things that happen that like hit their pride or hit their like their emotional psyche and shit that people tend to freak out about a little bit. Damn, I can't see shit. Got him, bitch. What the heck is this? Who the fuck's shooting me? Oh, I do. What's your top 3 gun companies? I would say it would always have to be Mile 1. I do like Jacobs a lot. And, Standoff. that'd be kind of the best. Because the elementals are always fucking good. Of course, this is BorderLand 1 though, so like the guns are a little bit more different, but. That'd be super fun. I guess it really depends on what class you go with too. Like some other classes could be a lot better than other classes. Oh, come on! There.
Well, who friggin' robbed? Matt Mellon's gone, but it's worthless piece of crap soul.
Well,
You become
fuck
quite
that
the
shit,
little
dude.
go-getter out there. Drop by my shop and you get to New Haven. I'd quite like to meet you in person.
Don't try to blow me up, asshole. Oh, just let something. Explosions are so hard to obviously. But yeah, this gun that I definitely like the machine gun shotguns 100%. And the right, and I mean all guns are good in this game. What am I saying? SMGs are fucking super overly powerful in this game, and that's the biggest thing that they fucking got rid of on the second one and the third one. The SMGs fucking suck ass. Even with the good ass legendary SMGs, like your SMGs are just fucking terrible. Like they didn't do shit.
I ain't sure got you right now.
You know, they might catch people on fire really quick and shit, but like the normal damage was just fucking atrociously horrible. And I think that's what kind of made SMGs. And the shotguns start to suck too.
Claptraps everywhere.
Like BorderLand 2 and that, like shotguns and this are perfect. They're up close destruction machines. I got moving. Come on, Claptrap. There. I think they did a really good job in this game, though. I think BorderLand 1 is literally probably better than all the rest of them. Now that I'm going back to that, I see, like, the progression on guns is really nice. So, like, the more experience you get with a certain type of, like, with an automatic, you get more automatic shit. And that made it more fun. I gotta turn that on. Whoops. I'll turn it really quick. You know, that's what they got rid of. They got rid of the gun progression thing. Then they went to badass. Jacobs. Hyperion. I never really got into Hyperion in this one and that. I always like Mala 1 no matter what. Just because Elemental always gives you, especially Explosion. There's the Explosion. The Elementals in this game are so much fucking better. Cause instead of just you igniting them, it literally like sends out like the lightning shocks the area around them, so you actually can hit multiple people. You don't just hit just that person. That. Come on, motherfucker. I guess not fuck them. No. Fuck you. I go all the way back there and turn that fucker in. On the second one? Yeah, I mean, Yeah, I know what you're talking about. They're good, but you have to get like extra damage on them. Like if you just do with the normal damage, you have to have the mod that gives you like 100% more SMG damage, which would be actually really fucking good. That's always been the problem. Like SMGs in Borderlands 1, they're moderate. They're like compared to the the assault rifles. And sometimes you get the slower shooting ones that do like 100% more damage. Or you'll get the ones that have they'll do 4 times the damage in that. You use them as little shotguns and that. I don't know why they always nerf guns. It's a fucking game. You're playing against NPCs. No one's doing PvP and shit. Like, just have the game be fun. You know, have the game be super fucking fun, where you get over fucking powered once you get all the best gear and that, you know. And you can run around and you can have raid bosses and that, but like, they 2 got really fucking dramatic with the Vault Hunter mode shit, like, and then 3 got really dramatic with the Mayhem mode shit, and then I'm like, that didn't really make it fun. That made it really fucking annoying. I don't want to grind for guns constantly. I don't mind grinding for like mods or grinding for like upgrades and that I can put on my guns and shit like that. But they have you grind for the same fucking Doom gun over and over and over again. You get the Mayhem 1 or the Mayhem 2, Doom gun, or you get a couple really good guns and that. And then you have to go to Mayhem 5, and most people can't even. They don't want to go past Mayhem 5 because it's too fucking hard and the experience is not worth the amount of bullet sponges that you gotta fucking shoot a half 1,000 fucking damn times.
As administrator of New Haven, I am responsible for the well-being
And that's
of
what
its
it is.
citizens.
That's why I got
And in
annoyed
that
over it. Like, it's
capacity, I
fun.
must keep the road to Sanctuary closed for now. Baron Flint's tribe and that infernal contraption of theirs are out on the salt flats.
Like, I fucking love 3. Yeah, exactly. They just did too much nerfing. It's like, why?
And I don't
2,
want
they
citizens
nerfed a lot
getting
of shit
killed trying to get
too.
past
Or they
them.
had a lot more bullet sponges than that. But that was at endgame though, so I can't really say anything. Endgame's a lot different.
Hello! There are new missions available at the New
Got the
Haven
fucking
Bounty Bar.
elephant gun. I love this gun.
Listen to this, mud dwellers. Skipping all the details that would confuse the lot of you.
But yeah, like, it just fucked everything up. That's why when Borderlands 4 does come out, they look like they're gonna do a little bit more different. And I think they're really gonna do a lot better. Because they're already starting to push that it's gonna be open world. There's gonna be a lot of shit to do in that. You can run really fast, you can glide in that, you can do all these rope things in that to carry yourself in that.
If you need healing, step right up.
So it's gonna be a lot more worth it, honestly. But of course, it's just learning how shit works again, you know, because you have to do this whole bullshit. Wonderland. Tiny Tina Wonderland, like the actual game itself, it had a lot of good stuff with it. Like, the gameplay was fun. I like the magic system in that. That was pretty cool in that, but the story was complete fucking shit. Because it was during the whole, like, political bullshit and that, and everyone's swaying towards all this transgender crap and that, swaying towards the gay community and that, because they can't bash gay, but, like, you never bash gay people, you need to stop fucking, like, that's what kind of turned off. They have fucking pronouns and shit, like, no one plays these fucking games that do that shit. That's what pissed off a lot of people. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You have barely... not even 1% of humans that live in this world that are doing this shit, and you want to cater to the 1% that literally don't give a fuck. They don't play games. And you want to cater to people that don't even play games. That doesn't make any sense. That's fucking stupid. And that pissed off a lot of people, including myself. Like, it was just like, gameplay's good in that, but What happened to the girls with big tits in that in games? Like literally every game I played from the early 2000s, that they all had big ass titties and shit. They look like fucking women in that. And you got women that literally are flat chested. And I'm like, why?
Please follow me.
Yes, they actually are. Yeah, I heard about that too.
Good luck.
Yeah, they're putting two new different ones. I think they're trying to make this like Diablo 4 based. I ain't gonna lie, I think it's gonna do a lot better than Diablo 4. Diablo 4 fucking sucked. I ain't gonna lie. Diablo 4 is average as fuck.
If I can't find you what you need, it can't be found on Pandora. Keep at it, my friend.
But yeah, like it's just I hate when people do political shit and that they try to like raise up all this stuff and that this big old clusterfuck of bullshit. It's like I just want to play fucking video games, bro.
Can I help you?
Like I don't want to sit there and go through all this bullshit and that. Like give me a game, I want to fucking play in that. Like Killing Floor 2. Killing Floor 2 lasted for a long ass time. Why? Because they kept on upgrading the same game. Like they upgraded it for like 5 to 6 fucking years. And then they put out new events. They always had new guns coming out, and then they started to come out with 3. People start bashing 3 and that because this and that, because it changed a little bit of that stuff. And I'm like, they have to change stuff because they're getting more. They're looking at the feedback, and Tripwire always looks at feedback. You know, it's like, oh, I want to be able to use all the guns for all the characters from that because this and this and that. I'm like, yeah, I agree with that. But there's always going to be some type of miscommunication with certain things. You're always going to have people complain about this and that. Okay, well, you know. Reddit's all over the place. Well, Reddit's the fucking the scum buckets of all fucking internet posts. Reddit's just a bunch of fucking morons. That's why I don't like. You never listen to Reddit. Reddit's just a bunch of like fat fucking dickheaded people and that can't even get fucking laid, and they sit there all day and cry about how bad life is on the video games and shit. Well, the whole point of it is, so it's a political jargon. So what it is to try to divide people, to get people to be in control of people. That's all it is. And that's why it failed, because people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? We like girls with gigantic tits. Yeah! I mean, even girls with small boobs and that, and they normally have big asses on that, got big floppy booties on them and that, you know, whatever. I mean, fuck, you go to a damn Planet Fitness or you know, any type of fitness gym or whatever that, there's fucking ass galore constantly. And then if you see some like dude that dresses like a woman comment, which you never fucking do, everyone's like, what the fuck is that? They get really, they might get upset. But I'll be like, yeah, you should get upset because you look fucking ridiculous. I mean, I don't need to say anything. I'll look at you weird. Now, if you try to hit on dudes and that, I'll be like, whoa, bro. I'm not a bro. I'm a man. I'm a woman. Like, no, you're not. You're a bro. Get the fuck out of here. But yeah, I had an experience with one. So there's a cool gay dude at one of the local gyms that's down the street from me. He's actually really like nice and polite. Man, he was like going in the front round with dudes. Man, he's actually just like one of the strongmen type stuff. I guess it was his boyfriend or something like that. The dude really come in. I've seen him multiple times in that. And he took off his shirt in front of everybody. And he's doing like pull downs and that. And he's doing all like this completely, honestly, like super gay ass shit. And I'm just sitting there like, and the gym owner was just like, dude, you can't come in here and do all this stuff from that. He's like, you know, start complaining about that. So he told the gay strong man, that was actually really cool. And that he told him, like, you can't come in here and more doing that stuff and that. These are all straight men. You can't be sitting here and be like, oh, yeah, look at me and that. That's fucking uncalled for. You can't be doing that shit. And they kicked him out of the gym. And they ban him from the gym. I'm like, yeah, you can't do that. No. Yeah. Oh, what the fuck just hit me? Jacob. Jeez. Yeah. But yeah, small boobs are great. It depends on the frame in that. Like, I don't like gigantic boobs. Like, the whole boob ratio thing gets way out of proportion. Like, some men, like, gargantuan fucking boobs and that. I'm like, man. Like, it's all about the ratio of the fucking hips and the shoulder. Like, if women got big hips, they're gonna have big, huge butts. If they work out a lot, their butts get thick. And most times, them girls normally have big boobs. If they have small boobs, they look really weird. You know, that's just the facts. Small hip girls and that, they got a little bit of a blubber butt, like a boba butt and that. And you know, if they don't have big boobs, they look fucking fantastic because they're small frames, you know, have like A cup or B cup and that. As long as they got nice nips and all that shit, and that, you know, that's what always counts. But then again, it's just all about ratio, you know, it's all about what you like. You know, I like different kinds of ratios and that. Normally I like girls with smaller hips. Like boob ratios, you know, I've been with girls that have, you know, decently big tits and that. Some will have fucking really big boobs and that. I don't really care. Like my last girlfriend, you know, she had like a B cup and that, you know. She had nice little tits on her nose. She had a great, she was one of those hippers. She had, her hips were kind of a little big and that. She was short as fuck and that. She had a gigantic fucking ass. It looked fucking good. I really liked it. You know, these are all just ratios and that. And it's always fun to talk about the stuff and that. It's like, it's honestly true, you know. People have their own ratios and that, but yeah. BorderLand 4 is gonna be great. And like, I just wish Killing Floor 3 actually came out and then they just did updates to it, because I didn't like that they just like had the almost come out, then all of a sudden I get my fucking money back. Well, cup size are too big for. So ratio of how tall they are. So if a girl's like 5 foot to 5'4", I would have to say, like if they have bigger than a D cup, it's too damn big. You know. Of course, it depends on like cup size. That depends on the girth of the boob too. So like girls have like big numbers, like they have like a 36C. Their tits are gonna be fucking like stick out more. They're gonna have, yeah. Like it's gonna be to a certain point. Like if a woman's really tall on that, I expect to be bigger. Like if a woman's over 5 foot, like 5'6", around that area, or even taller. Like from 5'6" to like 6 foot, if they are 6 foot tall. Yeah, I'm expecting the boobs to be bigger. I'm expecting like double D's depending on how tall they are. So they hit about, if they go to 6 foot, I'm expecting at least double D's or bigger. Just because of the ratio of that. But then again, you know, I don't think it really even matters. We all have a preference in that, but we never get our preference. You know, because that's just ideas, you know. I never get that preference. Of all the girls I've been with, I think only one girl's actually been 100% my preference. But her personality was shite. But yeah, D-cups are normally like the good ratio. Cause they're big enough to like do stuff with, and they're big enough to look good and anything. Like most girls I see that have D cups and that, they always look fucking good almost anything they wear. Nah, that's just on the film though. Like my ex looks good with with the D cup.
Nailed it.
But she was also barely 5 foot tall. So. She always wanted to tell me that she always wanted implants and shit. Like, why would you want implants? Some of my boobs are too small. Your boobs are fine. They're not. You don't want to have gigantic boobs and that, because then you'll look out of place. You'll look awkward. Just be natural and that. Like, the only girls that really get their boobs done in that is because they're like really fucking skinny in that, and they just don't have anything to go with the ass that they have. Other than that, sure it does. Like, it doesn't even fucking matter. Yeah, C cup's universal. C cup's really universal now, because you don't need all that much. Like, when it comes down to any like, functions that are sexual and that, you really don't need... Even, like, a B cup and that, you can do stuff with B cup and that, too, but, like, obviously you want to have a little more roundage, tits on you and that. Because sometimes there's too much. Sometimes there's too much boob. And when there's too much boob, it gets annoying as fuck. I know one girl I slept with and that, and she had, a C cup and that, and like obviously, you sleep with the shirt on. And I ain't gonna lie, boobs are extremely fucking warm. They're like little fucking like heat lamps. They're fucking hot, and they melt to your body. They make you sweat all over the fucking damn place. And that shit is annoying as fuck. I like sleeping cool. If my girlfriend's got fucking gigantic fucking boobs in that, I'd be like, oh wow, fuck this shit, bitch. Like, you put a pillow between those titties and that, because that shit is way too damn much. I remember when that shit happened, man. I'm just like, oh man, that's too much. Yeah, put ice pack between those titties, girl. It's too much heat. Fuck that. But yeah. Like, I mean, a lot of girls don't even wear bras nowadays anyway. Like, most girls don't even wear bras. A lot of girls get injections done and shit. They'll get plastic surgery done. They'll do the injection things. Because it doesn't cost. I mean, they'll save up money for it. It's like women, I noticed women are the only ones that go to plastic surgery or go to like enhancements way more than men. Like men might do like creatine stuff like that, or like go to the gym and that, and some men might take steroids and that. But like most times in that, like if you just work out, you'll look good. I see plenty of girls at the gym. Most of my see got perfect round asses. They got a little bit of meat on their ass. Their ass looks fucking good. And like, I never see a lot of them with big boobs. Most of them have tiny sets, A cups, B cups, and shit, maybe a couple C cups and that. And then occasionally you'll get like a black girl and that. Black girls only have like the big, huge boobs and shit. I like. Finding a chick with a big rack nowadays is actually like very kind of difficult to figure out the truth. Cause like it's such a big fun. Cause like especially at my age, like it is really fun. Well, so like that's another issue with like what's going on nowadays. Like we're so into like judging the way that we look and that, which is kind of good, but sometimes we judge too harshly. Like way too harshly. And it gets to that point where you're just sitting there and like, I gotta look like a celebrity now. That's the problem is like, you don't. Like I'm pudgy. You know, I'm like a little bit over 20-some% body fat. You know, that's how my body is. Like I work out a lot in that. I even try to like diet in that. If I diet too low in that, or if I do too much cardio and shit, I feel fucking shitty underneath 200. I'm always like above 200. I'm like 213. I feel great. Like I'm extremely strong, you know, for my weight and that. And of course, I'm getting stronger because I don't like just start to like really get into weightlifting and that. And like, and that's what it is. Like,
Oh, you know that hurt.
I just keep up pushing myself. Like, I don't want to work out and be like, oh, I gotta have a girlfriend now. I gotta lift weights and shit and get girls to like me and that. No, man, I get girls before all that shit. I mean, most of them are whores and that, you know, fucking almost all of them are like that. I'd say probably maybe like 10% of my girls weren't like complete sluts. That's just how it is nowadays. I got a lot of stories and shit.
Nailed it.
I like this scene. Let's see what else.
Time to die.
But yeah, like the whole like loving yourself thing, yeah, it's a lot of confidence in that. I think a lot of it has to do with we don't have God, we don't have like basic knowledge of nature in our schools and shit. It's the schools and that you leave God out of schools and that. You know, like people don't say pledge allegiance anymore and that because they want to hate on our country and I think our country's so bad and that. So you go live someplace else then, you know? What the fuck do you mean? Like, like, you go to anywhere else now, you're gonna get treated like fucking shit. Most people don't like America because we have all the power. Yeah, we do. We have all the fucking power, so why should you should be proud that we have all the power and all the currency and shit? You know, that's just how it is. You know, some people just need to realize that. Get mad, we'll just leave them. You know, like, Jesus comes first, you know, it is like the crucifixion of Jesus is the promising thing that any man can dream of doing. I said, if you're a man now, you're sitting there like, well, I sacrificed that, but you know, it's like, yeah, you sacrificed that, but you're not the sacrifice. You sacrifice for certain things, and that, because that's how you're supposed to do it. Especially parents and shit. You know, sacrificing your wealth. You know, give to the poor and that, or, you know, sit there and, you know, give good ideas out there for investing yourself in that. Like, wealth is meant to be given to something for something. You know, it's either you have too much of it and you give it to other people and that, or you have just enough to survive off of and have a good life off of it, you know. Like being in that my conditions, you know, quite easy now. You know, I live with my parents still, and I'm not moving out anytime soon. I really don't give a fuck. The statistics of societal statistics and shit say you should leave at a certain age, and because they think that's what growing is. Like, why don't people like to stick with families? That's the problem. Is you separate the family, you separate the love. When you separate the love, you end up fucking not loving yourself. You end up hating yourself more than that. I don't understand it myself. It's called, you gotta, you know, move on your own and stuff and then do this and do that and do this and do that. I'm like, why? Like, I don't see the point in blowing through a shit ton of money in that and then being broke as fuck, and then you go back home to mommy and daddy anyway. Might as well just stay with them if you choose to. Live a life with luxury together. You know, have luxury together. I mean, that's just me. Like, that's what people did. Normally, you move out when you get married and shit, yeah. But if you're single and that, man, screw that shit. Exactly. You know, people believe fairy tales like fucking Harry Potter and that are real. Lord of the Rings that is real and that, you know, none of that shit's real and that. That's all fairy tales. It's like, oh, the Bible's a fairy tale. I said, why does it have so much proof of times and shit? And the people who don't know, well, they do all this bullshit. And I'm like, I'll tell you what, bro. I read more and more of the Bible and that. Like, things pop up on my YouTube page and that, because I listen to the you know, verses and that, and I always find something interesting. Yeah. There's just no love. Love is 100% overrated, because the people forget how to love. That's what it is. They forget how to love, and they sit there, they want to complain about it, and I'm like, well, you know, like, man, I don't want to hear you, oh, well, you know, type bullshit, that. Like, love is, it's a gut feeling that you get when you see someone that you're attracted to. So if I see I'm attracted to a girl and that, more or less likely, you know, I'm going to sit there and be like, yeah, my heart's going to pound, you're going to get butterflies and all that bullshit and that. Yeah, the whole half thing. Well, that's going to change pretty soon anyway, because Florida's already initiated the whole half thing. They're already getting rid of it. Yeah. And you are right, a lot of women do use it for a money thing and that, which is sad, because money's not everything, and if women just want that for money and that, they go be a prostitute or something, or go be OnlyFans, or do something else. Yeah, well, the thing is, it's the women that don't believe in God, they don't have any, like, they just don't have it. And they know they don't have it, they don't care. You talk about God and that, why'd you get married? I get married because, you know, my life gets easier now when I have a man. Okay, but you're feminist as fuck and you hate on men. You want to have kids to contrast, but I listen to plenty of TikToks with all these old ass baggy fucking women my age with cats and shit. All like, we're all the good men now. Why don't men like me? Like, good, you got 1,500 tattoos, and most times they can't say tattoos have anything to do with it, but you know, it's emotional damage shit. Your emotional damage controlling yourself. You know, because you know that you've been through too much. That's why tattoos have always been a big thing. And people always want to talk about them. That, see, yeah, tattoos, you know, most times you get tattoos like because they've been through something. So tattoos come in from. Duh. I know a lot of emotional fucking damaged people and that they all have tattoos and shit. I'm emotionally damaged. I don't have any tattoos in that because, you know, I've always believed in God. So, like, the whole demon ratio that I've learned from reading the Bible and that, and understand emotions, and understand what Jesus actually said in the Bible and that about demons. Demons attach themselves to negativity, okay? We all are negative because we're all sinners. We all have a very high probability of being really negative. So when you get angry, you give in the temptation of anger or like lust or any of the sins, your spirit gets tamed with demons. Demons whisper to your spirit, and they whisper to you. Your spirit is what I understand is your emotional psyche. So when your emotional psyche gets attacked, you start to feel different. You start to feel weird. That's why we listen to the words that Jesus said about, like, you know, saying like, You know, if you're lost, you can always be found. It's basically saying it doesn't matter how lost you are, there's always a light. I will always find you because I'm always there with you. So, like, it doesn't matter what you go through, man. He knows you're going to fall. He knows you're going to learn from mistakes. He knows your behaviors are going to change throughout life. It's how you think and how you feel about things. So, like, yeah, women with high amount of bodies, they're always going to go back to the first guy they fell in love with, the first guy that they lost their virginity to. They're going to go back to that guy every single damn time. The first dude that they had a lot of sex with, they had a lot of emotional attachment to, they're trying to bring that person back throughout all the fucking dudes that they're going to, and they can never bring the same person back. That's why they monkey branch. My ex, for instance, did that. I love her to death, honestly, you know. It wasn't a bad breakup or anything. I knew it was coming in that. We had a lot of things in common, but we were just friends. Like, she was my girlfriend, but she was only my girlfriend for like a month, and then we became friends, basically. And then it started to get to that point. You know, I didn't feel like there was anything else for us to be with in that, and she felt the same way too. And, you know, I tried to push her into getting into God and that. I talked about Jesus, and I'm like, you need to start reading the Bible and that, start praying and that. Always contradicting the prayer and that. And, like, and that's what it is. And I say, like, well, what does prayer do? I'm like, you know what? I like how people smoke weed and do all these drugs and that. They absolutely don't make your life better. I pray every day, and my day is always great. Always great. Every time I talk about Jesus, just saying Jesus Christ, the name itself, makes your day better because that name is holy and demons hate it. As long as you push the demons away, the negativity away by using his good name, you don't feel any negativity. I tried it out in a negative situation. I would pray. Instantly. I had an issue at work in that. I prayed. I prayed. And I prayed. I'd be like, Jesus, please take the demons away from this place. Please bless this place. Please, Jesus, please bless this place. I ask for help all the time. Because that's God's favor. God is the helper. Jesus even specifically stated that my Father is the helper. He wants to help you. He wants to guide you. He wants to love you. The only way he can love you is if you ask for it. And like people always ask for worldly things and you ask for money, you ask for this. Okay. To be able to get wealthy is to, like Solomon said. Solomon, David's son, said it best. He's like, even with all the wealth in the world and all the concubines and sex and everything was given to him, he said, I felt nothing because you got it all. If you own the world, you would feel nothing. Well, yeah. And that's why when you listen to Solomon or whatever, I think Solomon always specifically was very smart with what he said. He had a lot of things in the Bible when you're reading that, and it became ridiculous how much he said about stuff like that. It's like how many people talk about that are rich, and they're like, I don't care that I'm rich. I have so many people on TikTok or on YouTube Shorts and that Facebook Shorts that are all like, I don't give a fuck about being rich. I have millions of dollars. I don't care. I'd rather give all my money away and live a normal lifestyle. Why? Because when you get something that everybody wants to get and they work for that, when you work, it's the working for it is the exciting part. But once you get it, there's nothing to work for. That's why God said working is the biggest thing. You work until the day you die. Why? Because working is what people do. Humans always work. Before technology boom and that, what we do? We hunted and gathered. We constantly worked. We worked and worked and worked. Every day was survival. And that's why we pray. You know, we pray every day. Because we have to pray every day for things to go well. You know, we pray for rain. We pray for crops to grow better. We pray every day and then we get blessings. You know, that's how it was. It's involved with nature. So when technology got bigger than that, mankind started to manipulate the nature and how we were supposed to live in it. They got money. Well, money is it's a wealth. It's like coins and that and all that shit. Gold and silver and that. It's all form of wealth. It doesn't mean anything, but we made it that way. I mean, yeah, a lot of the time, but it's turning back. There's a lot of people turning back. I've noticed a lot of people are starting to turn back now. It's just taking time. It's just how it is. Like the whole weed thing and that, yeah, I try to talk about that. They say, well, people always say it's the devil's lettuce. It's the gateway drug. Why? They had a specific reason why they said that. So God doesn't, like, Jesus didn't care you drink wine and that. Like on the Sabbath day and that, you know, on Sunday and that, when you can have your family get together and that. Really, it was Saturday, I believe. You can get drunk off wine. He said you can't. He never said you couldn't get drunk. There's a lot of misconceptions with the Bible and that people always talk about that doesn't make any fucking sense. Jesus got drunk. Jesus was drinking wine. It says it in there. He was drinking wine. He was dancing and getting drunk in that. Getting drunk is to alleviate yourself to God. That's the whole point. It's to be happy, to enjoy. And, you know, I read this one statement that it says, and like, people that believe in God that try not to sin as much or always have more joyful in everything they do. More joyful at work, more joyful with their family, more joyful with everybody around them. Which means their life is more positive. People that are more of sinners that don't believe in God, they gather and produce a lot of wealth. Because they have to put their belief in something. And wealth is the closest thing to God to them. Because it gets them everything that they want. Not everything that they need. Because you don't need a lot. That's what the difference of it is. You know, I can enjoy life. I get everything I need. What I want is very, very small. You know, and like, and that's what it is with people. And that, like, you just literally like think about that situation for a little bit. People that worry about wealth all the time and that, they're all like, oh, I'm worried about my next paycheck and I'm worried about this, worried about getting this, worried about getting that, worried about that. I don't worry about that shit. I say, well, I got money in the bank and that. I don't care that I have the money though. Because if I cared about if I had the money, I spend it all. I don't use it as a status. It doesn't bother me. Yeah. Yeah, the whole anxiety thing with weed, yeah. So, like, we have a dopamine crisis. So, like, dopamine is regulated of it's a happy hormone. And we only should get happy with achievements, to get excited about something. So, like, if I lift weights and I say, I bench 295 now. I'm getting really close to my goal of doing 3 plates. My dopamine went through the roof when I pushed 295. I pushed it twice. I tried to do 300 and I couldn't do it. I was still super excited because I never pushed that much before with the bench. And I got really thrilled. Now, I don't do max benches all the time, but I like to test my strength out, so I do it every now and again. And that's one of my goals. I like to be strong in that. I like it. It's fine. And like, the excitement's never there anymore because like, people are so stimulated by stuff in that. Like, I watch YouTube and that. I listen to music. But I'm not on shorts all the time and that. Like, if I'm on shorts, I watch learning shorts and shit like that. You know, certain things that, like, give me more knowledge. I don't watch this stupid shit, like cat videos or people making fun of people and that, like that shit. Yeah. That's what it is. It's all lies. Like I said, I live with my parents now. I'm 35 years old. I live with my parents now. I give my life to Jesus. 100%. Like, I have all the faith that I can perspire at this moment to Christ. Like, I always pray for certain things and that, but I never pray for wealth that much. I never really do it. I pray for recovery, I pray for emotional strength, I pray for, you know, mental strength and that, I pray for, you know, goodness and that. Most times just praying for positivity and happiness. Like, I just don't. I don't care. Yeah. But I also, you know, it comes down to what you're actually watching too. Like I like whatever you're watching that, YouTube remembers it and pulls it up in that. Like a lot of stuff I talk about that, like I get a lot of like people talking about like the Bible and that. It's big. It excites me so much. I said the only time I ever weep is when I'm listening when I'm praying to Jesus and I think about him sacrificing himself and I'm thinking about all the stuff that he had to go through in that. I said that's the only time now that I really actually weep. And I weep very hard over it. I get tears in my eyes, and I'll be walking down the street and then I'll be praying. Now I pray when I walk because I don't drive. I walk everywhere. I'll listen to some really cool really cool Jesus music and that. It's like really like heavy metal stuff and that. It's actually really good. It's really fun to listen to and that. And like back in the old days, I never really listened to that stuff. I listened to Creed, I listened to Life and that. And like when I started to really like get into that, there's so many people out there that talk about it. Like Imagine Dragons, Demons. I didn't know it was about Jesus. I didn't know it was about being found. And then I listened to the verses and I really like absorbed it, how Jesus talks about certain things and that, and I was really fucking amazed. And like people could take it in different ways and that, but like my music's starting to change. I'm starting to look into like listen to like Disturb or listen to anybody else that they have a lot of good references to the Bible in there. You know, and like it people always go to it in that. And then you got all these people change their minds in that. Like Justin Bieber just came out with a Jesus song and that. Like everybody changed their mind because they all know that it's real. And it is changing. Because every time there's complete darkness, there's always a spigot of light. And like, yeah, well, that's what it is. You know, he went through all that darkness, but Jesus was always there for him. So he came out and Lily said, you know what? It's like, I don't care anymore. Like, fuck that dude. You know, he deserves a rot in prison. All of them do. All those singing tannic fucks do. Beyonce, Jay-Z, you know, fucking P. Diddy's, you know, fucking there. They're all gonna go down with it. He knows it. That's why he's getting his court cases happening pretty soon. He's gonna call out everybody. They have video footage of him fucking like Jennifer Lopez and that. I saw a full-on naked picture of Jennifer Lopez with P. Diddy and Jay-Z. And P. Diddy was fucking naked, plowing her ass and shit. Like it's like they didn't show that, but it's very obviously he was fucking her that for money and shit. Like he was giving her money and crap. It's all kinds of crazy shit, but yeah. Well, yeah, he did bad things and that, but like it came up to like how he was, you know, raised and shit. Like I said, if you don't have God, money always takes over people and that because that's what wealth does. Wealth makes you bad. When you only care about wealth, wealth is power and that. And the more wealth that you have, the more power that you have in this world. But that's the problem it is. That power only exists because man made it exist. Like when people talk about actual power and that, actual power is prayer. Jesus has all the power. Jesus has absolutely all the power. He is our, you know, basically, he is creation. He's absolutely creation itself. He is the Word of God. And that's what people truly don't understand. It says so many times in that. I think it was John. The first thing John stated in his gospel that. Yeah, he's like, the Word, you know, the Word was, you know, Jesus. Jesus, his Son, was the Word. This is Jesus' creation. He created all this for his Son to take over. That's why he sacrificed. And people really don't understand that. It is God in that, but it's Christ. This is Christ's world. This is Christ's creation. That's why he said God is everywhere. Yeah, Jesus is literally everywhere because this is his creation. How do you think he controls nature in that? It's his creation. Yeah, he's God in that, but it's his personal creation for him through the Father. That's why grace came down when he died. The Father gave everybody grace. He gave everybody a choice for his Son. And that's literally what people do not understand. Like, what is grace? Grace is the beacon of happiness. You can't enjoy life unless you have grace and the Holy Spirit. That's it. Like, I always tell everyone, think of being a kid. You have more grace and more Holy Spirit as a child because you haven't sinned. And you haven't sinned that much. So the less that you sin and you start giving yourself to Jesus, the more life becomes better for you. It always will. Well, I mean, but the thing is, when you read the gospel and that, when it comes down to that, women are helpers like God. God specifically made woman to help man. That's the only thing I believe that God gave a blessing to a woman, and that is to be a helper. Like he is. The Father is a helper. That's his, that's what he likes to do. He likes to help people. He feels gracious to help people in that, or whatever he is, with his terms and that, because, there's only so much that we know about the Father. And we only know because of what Jesus said and what Isaiah said, all these prophets and that. But, like, there's so much more to really dig into in that. But that's why you have faith. Yeah, so, like, the whole coming of sin, especially nowadays, it's all about how you regulate sin. So, like, this is the biggest thing about sin. I'll tell you this right now, that commit a sin and how you commit that sin are different. Because Jesus said, I go for the water, to be reborn in the spirit of water, to be born in your heart. And your heart is different than your brain, okay? Your heart is, like, your overall, like, emotional, like, the way you assume of things and that. Because your heart can be more true than your brain. Your brain only regulates what your sensories get. Your heart's regulated from the start. So, like, I guess to put in the best perspective of that, like, when I was younger, I always liked to sacrifice. I always thought of Jesus when I was younger and that. I went to church a lot and that, and I always thought about, the sacrifice and that, and I'm always thinking, like, I want to be like Jesus. I want to sacrifice. I want to make people happy. That is my purpose in life. I like making people happy. There's a lot of reasons of doing it. There's a lot of things to do. Sometimes it's through a lot of emotional psychology. So I research I research psychology in that, especially emotions. I research, human development. I dig into biology in that. And all that comes back to God. So you're learning God's creation. That's what he stated. The more you get to know my creation, especially the truth of it, the more you get to know me. And it makes you want to think, like, so if I study nature and I study all these things, I love studying weather and that, and I study all kinds of stuff and that, it makes you want to think you're getting closer to God. And that's the biggest thing that a lot of people potentially don't want to understand. Like, everything's already created. We're just finding it. That's why we find it. We're finding creation, which is God. You're finding God. That's the whole point. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how you do it. All these things. Wokeness was back then. Wokeness was back fucking multiple thousands of years ago and that. Yeah. Sodom and Gomorrah. That was wokeness. That was the actual woke. So this stuff's it's been a big circle for thousands of years. It's always been a circle. That's what evil does. Devil likes to manipulate things and make it get out of nature, get out of order, to get out of God's actual world. And that's why we always have these back and forth. And that's why I don't care about politics. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. It's all about, if you give in too much to the evil, you get corrupted. God corrects you. The devil knows that. Lucifer knows that. Lucifer knows that very well. That's why when people give into it, that he laughs. Like, you're fucking stupid. Like, Like, he knows he can't go against the Father in that, but he tries by going through humans. His favorite creation. That's what it is. Like, we don't know nothing about heaven. We know very little about heaven. You know, like, I know a very little about heaven and that. You know, I can look at, you know, when I ask for Jesus for, like, understanding of heaven and that, you know, and, like, sometimes I go through the Bible and that, and understand certain things that. We'll talk about the two sins and that. What was your two sins that you know them? So most sins that are probably created, I would say nowadays, is adultery. Adultery is probably like the biggest sin created. But like I said, sins come down to how you think of it. So I block it out. Like, when I look at a girl's breast and I never really get like, wow. I'll be like, oh, her boobs are big. I don't put a lot of thought to it. I think it's gonna be more or less self-control. Well, yeah. So like hell itself, for what I understand, is it's internal suffering of the sins that you have. You know, and like the thing is, if people like a lot of people say, oh, a lot of people go to hell in that. I say, I don't know who's going to hell in that. Like, people sin all the damn time. We're all sinners. That's why Jesus says, as long as you believe in me, your sins are forgiven. The only sin you can't forgive is the sin against the Holy Ghost. And that's literally not accepting emotions and love. If you don't accept love at all, you're basically shutting out God. And that's the only, that, like, most, probably 99.99999% people probably won't commit that sin. That's the only sin that can't be forgiven. It's about believing, about having faith. Because when people say, like, oh, I don't sin that much. Okay. You're sinning by saying that. Because you're lying. You say, well, I don't sin. That's a lie. That's a sin. You're sinning right now because you're not being honest with yourself. I sin. My biggest sin is, like most people, it's adultery. I like looking at women that, you know, if I'm attracted to a woman, I look at that. If I find out that they don't have a man in that, then I pursue it in a different, in that way. If I find out they do have a man in that, I literally don't pursue them at all. I try to pull it away. Well, like I said, the whole woke thing's always been down the hill on that. It's always the Lucifer likes to trick people into submit them to think God doesn't exist. And that's his job. That's what he loves to do. And Jesus said that very well when he was walking down the land of death and that. And he said, he speaks no evil in that. And he did the 40 days and 40 nights of fasting that. Double tempted him with the whole world on that. And all he said was, it's written. It's written. Everything's already written from beginning to end. We're just living in it. So, like, if people say, well, what do you mean? Every life that is born, it's already written. You're choosing to go either way. When you're born in that, your body, your mind, that is already going to go through everything that God's going to put in line for you. And here's how you understand that. Everything happens for a reason. Period. People say, well, what do you mean by that? Everything happens for a reason. These are guidelines for you to understand how life is. Everyone deals with certain things. I'll get to the whole Roman thing, but yeah, the Roman thing is that's because they didn't believe in God. They pushed all their deities and shit. God basically told them to fuck off. And I don't blame them, because that's like sacrilegious shit. And they did a lot of adultery sins. They kept having orgy parties and that fucking do. But because the Roman Empire was like how people want
us to be right now. Have the higher ups be sitting there and being dicks toward the lower people. Now Jesus came down for the sinners, not for the higher ups. He despised the church. I can't say he hated it, but he despised the church because they lied. That's the biggest. That's like the biggest on one thing people have to really like look at. He despised the church. But yeah, I just forgot what the fuck I was talking about. I just completely just got mind swiped. I was thinking about tonight. I really good like thought pattern going on. But yeah, I'm starting to get back now. Yeah, the whole like everything happens for a reason. There we go. So yeah, going by those terms, everything happens for a reason. There's things that have to happen for specific people. So like my reasoning of life, I went through a lot of torment when I was younger than that. I went through a lot of emotional depression. I went through a lot of suicide attempts. I went through a lot of emotional issues, which turned me to learn how emotions work. Turned me to learn how the brain works with situational things. Turns me to understand why people say this or do that. And now I come to a mass conclusion. I understand more about certain things because I gained that strength. So now I'm building all these building blocks in that. And I said, I don't care about negativity anymore. I don't care about negative. I push negativity away. If anyone goes negative towards me, like my ex, for instance, my ex stopped like really liking me in that after like a month or so. I start feeling the rebelliousness against me. She didn't want me to sleep with her anymore. She didn't like try to rub her butt on me anymore. She didn't try to like give me hugs and kisses as much. She was forcing that. I'm like, well, if you're forcing it, then then just leave me, kind of thing. And that's what it was. It was negativity on me, so I pushed against it. I knew that she didn't love me like I loved her, and then finally came down to that she was right. She told me about it. Like, okay, it felt kind of bad at first, and I was like, yeah, my heart was kind of broken. That. So I blocked her. I got, I deleted all of her messages and shit. I threw away a bunch of stuff. But I kept some things in that, obviously, because I don't have any attachments to, but like certain things I have more attachments to. And I basically pushed myself away. And I was like, I don't want to do it. That is the main thing that people have to do. When negativity hits you, you push it away. Was she cheating? No, I don't think she was cheating that. I think, well, I mean, a form of cheating is many different things. I think her mindset wasn't on on me. I think she was still in love with, like, one of the guys that she fucked over. And she couldn't push that love onto me, and that's the reason why. And it just kept pushing us farther and farther away. And she kept talking about that. And I'm just like, well, that's okay. Like, if you're not in love with me and that you're only with me and that, we should have never like actually became a relationship. You should have been my friend, which I don't have. I don't like having friends other girls. We were sexual in that, but. It came down to, I'm just like, yeah, I don't want that shit. I'm not friends with any fucking girls. I don't give a fuck about having sex with them or not. I can't be friends with you. Because it's just too much bullshit. I mean, that's like the main preference for any man. I don't think any man should be friends with any girls. If you are, then they're more or less likely because you already banged it and you're just like, oh, she's just there just to talk to me that, or more or less likely you're trying to bang it. Exactly, it's too much drama. And you commit more sins that way. You commit a lot of sins by doing that shit. And it hurts you more. It makes you less productive. And like that's why I didn't really care. I even told her that, like, you're not in love with me. And then she said that in a message and that she's like, you're more interested in me than I'm interested in you. I'm like, how?
I'm like, I'm the most interesting motherfucker that I know. I'm like, and she's like, I just don't understand how you live your life the way that you live it. I don't understand how your brain works in that. And I was just thinking, like, yeah, it's because I'm highly intelligent and you're not as intelligent. I got massive IQ and you got a low IQ. Low IQ people never like high IQ people. Why? Well, a lot of people don't like high IQ people. People that actually know they want to learn, you don't want to learn, which is the facts of why the relationship didn't work out. She didn't want to change. Like, I change every day. I was changing for you, dumbass. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Exactly. So, you know what? Fuck that shit. Toast. We got a soda man. Toast to being single man. Cause these bitches out here are crazy. And they're all brainwashed by feminist dumb fucking bitches, man. So many of them. So many of them. It's all these old raggedy bitches and that got divorced and that. They're in their 50s and that. They trickle down that knowledge on TikTok and they go, oh my god, they're so bad in that. You know, I look good at 60. And like, how the fuck you dating at 60? I'm not even dating at 30. I ain't dating no one. I had a drunk girl come up to me when I was at a bar. It's a little bar down my street. It's a little family bar and that. It's not really a bar, it's more like a restaurant, but it has the bar in it. And this bitch came up to me. Not that she was a bad person, but you know, we said. So the lady came up to me, that drunk as fuck with a wine glass. I was sitting there. This was really. She was good looking, skinny and that, nice little tits and shit. I could just tell that she's been down the roller coaster road. I'm just sitting like, I was watching Jack Reacher, the series. I had my earbuds in. I was sitting doing that because that's how I research emotions. I go to a bar. I listen to people laughing and talking, and I absorb conversation to understand why things happen. It makes you learn a lot about people and how things work. She came up to me. She was sitting there, and it finally caught the side of my eye, and that I looked at her, and that she's like, "Hi." I'm like, "Oh, like what's up?" She's sitting there, like stumbling, kind of slurring. And she's like, "What do you do?" And I'm like, "I'm watching a show," and that. She's like, "Yeah, what are you watching?" I'm not even joking. I have so many stories of this stupid shit. So I watched Jack Reacher, the series, and that, you know, it's fucking a great show and that. Like, yeah, Jack Reacher, what's Jack Reacher? I'm like, you know, the one with Tom Cruise and that. And she did not give a fuck about what I was saying. The only thing she was thinking of is that she was trying to get me to hook up with her. And she had no idea how to talk to a man. And it was fucking hilarious. I'm like, yeah. She's like, yeah. I was done with that. I looked at her and that. I'm like, okay. She's like, okay. And she walked away, and then she started giggling and started doing all this kiddie shit and that with her little girlfriends and that. I think she was taking her, I guess it was her niece out, or her 21st birthday. She was in her 30s and that, I guess. I don't know. And they're all giggling and shit. I was looking at them and that. And I'm just sitting there like, is that it? And like, I was expecting you to be like actually mature and not come up to me drunk and be like, you got enough confidence now because you're piss fucking drunk? Yeah. If you don't have confidence before you're drunk, when you're drunk, you don't have confidence. You just turn off your fucking brain and you act stupid as fuck, and you actually lose the person you're trying to get with because the person's just like, yeah, you're fucking drunk, I can smell your breath. Yeah. Breathing in my face and shit. And I'm like, yeah, that's fucking hot, baby. Yeah, breathe in my face good. Oh, man. It's like, do you not understand how it works? If I'm attracted to you, I'll come up to you. If I'm not attracted to you, I'm not gonna come up to you. If I feel like I'm gonna get rejected, which happens, most times I won't even bother with it. If I do bother with it, I'll act nonchalant. I don't care. Like right now, at my age right now, like when I was younger, that yeah, it hurt me a lot. But nowadays, man, I don't even care. I mean, fuck, I got girls all over the place and looking at me and waving at me and smiling at me and shit. I wave. I'd be nice. I'll be a gentleman and be nice. Like, oh yeah, that's it. And I don't care. Like, I meet new people all the damn time. I'm blank-minded as fuck, because I don't want to think about it, you know? Like, why do you want to think about all that stuff? I'm just there. I'm just like, okay, cool. Gives me a lot to talk about. Like, I was explaining at the job that I'm at now that I was there before, but I don't know any of the people there. It's all new people that I explained to all of the girls there too. I was just like, yeah, it's like every job I go to, there's always women that I'm attracted to. Always. There's always some girl trying to fuck me. Always trying girls to sex me up. Always. Always. Every job I get, there's probably multiple of them. I never knew why. And I'm like, damn, dude, what the fuck? Yeah. Yeah, I had that happen too. Yeah. It was after high school actually. It was a girl it was like a couple years after high school and that this high school chick, like, she liked me in that, and she like knew of someone or something like that. I can't remember what the fuck it was. I don't even know how the fuck I met her. Yeah, like she wants to have sex with me and all that shit and that. I think I saw her on Facebook and that she was interested. She came over to my house and blew me off and all that stuff and that. I ain't busting nothing or anything like that. She was hot though. I mean, she had fucking really nice tits and that, but like, there's just so much lust in that. She just really just wanted to get a nut off. I'm like, you can do that yourself. I do not understand. The thing is, I don't understand that. You can get that yourself. You reserve sex with someone for the relationship. Masturbation, like, if you're thinking about someone, like, I think about my ex a lot. Because she's hot. She's fucking really attractive. She's fucking great tits. She's got great big ass in that. And she's very, very nice looking. And I think about her a lot. Because she's hot. That's the last person I was with. You know, it pops into my head a lot. And even when I was with her and that, I never really, like, masturbated the actual porn. Because I wasn't interested. Like, just because I got tits in front of me, and now I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah. I mean, now I do, because it's been, you know, like 3, 4, and I think it's been, like, a couple months since we, like, we stopped talking and shit. But occasionally I do think about her. You know, I'm like, damn, man, that ass was fat. Like, I don't know what to say. Shit's good, it's good. But yeah, it's like, huh. It makes you want to think. It's like, damn, all that shit happened to me? Like, damn. And the funny thing is, like, I got rejected by, like, average-looking girls. That were, like, virgins and shit. And they, like, want to go for, like, hot stud guys and that. I'm like, okay, like, I got attractive face, you know? I got nice eyes. I got, like, dark blue eyes and shit, but, like, I remember one girl was, we would always make out and that, and I finally asked her out after, like, a month that we were fucking around and shit. And then I found out that she got fucked by some dude that was skinny as fuck that. And he was, like, size difference, like, how much muscle he had was different. It was the same, but he was skinnier than I am. So he had like a little 6-pack and shit. And then like I met her like not even a month later and that. And I asked her what happened. I was like, yeah, he got me pregnant and shit. And like, you got pregnant and that because you know, like you spent on that. That's what happens. You know, you were with me and that you liked me and shit, and then you decided to make the wrong move because the guy looked hot or whatever. You went for complete lust. And this is like, well, fuck, that's what happens. You know, you went against your own heart because we were hanging out for multiple months, and I really actually enjoyed her in that. And you went for lust, and that's what happens. And I started thinking about that, like, that's what God does. God disciplines based upon how you do things in life. So, like, if you choose to fall through with it, and that person will fall through with it all the way with you, and that, God will literally give you notifications.
He'll give you like an email in your mind, like he'll give you a feeling. Like, yeah, you should go for the person. That person's a lying piece of shit. It's like, you know, that will rub you. Fuck that person. I'm being serious. That's how I feel how it works, because it happens to me. It happens to me a lot. I get a really weird feeling when I'm not a girl in that. She'll like want to have sex with me and shit, and I'll be like, no. Like, oh. And that's been the bulk of the good. Like, I don't think women understand. Like, your body's meant for sex, just like a guy's body is for reproduction. You have sex to reproduce. That's why you go for a guy that's attractive to you. What you see that is attractive, you go for the most attractive, survivable guy. That's how reproduction always supposed to happen. You're not gonna reproduce with someone that's not attracted to you, because then that's where arousal comes from. Now all that shit goes into reproduction. It all goes into having kids. That's why you get arousal. That's why you get the oohs and ahs and that. You know, you have that sexual like love and that. Now people are just getting the dopamine off. They're just getting off. Like, okay, I can admit to it. Like, I do stuff before I go to bed and that, because I get restless and that, and that's the way for my body to turn down. I don't like taking medicine and shit. It's fucking stupid. And I got sleeping supplements, but I don't like taking all the time. So I do my duty and that calms me down, and then I go to bed. That's basically how it always works. But yeah, there's so much shit out there, and like porn has regulated sex to be more non-loving. And I like at my age and that, I'll work with women that are younger than me, and the bulk of them, you can just tell which ones that are really slutty in that. They have less friends, they don't like being around people in that, and they like being around boys. They like being around men more. Like, I like having guy friends. Why? Well, because guys are gonna know, because you want to fuck them. Like, dude, that's the only reason why you want to have guy friends. No one wants to be friends with the opposite sex unless you're fucking having sex. That's literally absolutely fucking pointless. Like, when you're younger and that, like really young, I can understand that. Most times you're not going to do that. You're eventually going to get aroused, and you're eventually going to be like, I wonder how it feels. And once you get started in that, it's like once you start a car up and that, you know, it's fast and beautiful that you want to drive it until it's fucking dead. That's how sex is. You want to keep fucking and fucking and fucking and fucking until it just dies out. So you're just like, sex is not important. No shit. Sex by itself is not important. Why girls want you best? Hold on. Well, it's one or two things, man. It's either because they're using you for something, for validation, for attention, for money, that basically attention to that, or they're fucking you. But the guys that they're having sex with, that they're friends with, they won't talk to them as much. Because that guy that's having sex with that girl, that is one ignoring the fucking shit out of her. And that he's just attractive. That's how you get the word simp. Simp is literally, the meaning of it is they think that they're gonna get lucky enough that they keep giving that woman attention that she's basically just gonna drop off and say, here, spread my legs. It never works. Like, I did the simping thing when I was younger than that, because I had no idea this shit was real. Yeah, it is real. Yeah, it always happens like that. Like, I asked a couple girls I was friends with, and they're like, oh no, not really. Yeah, it's like, here's what I say. There's nothing wrong with having a woman be like a social buddy or being like a semi-friend. Like a friend that you only see every now and again. You'd be like, oh, hey, how you doing? Like, you might talk to them that, but you don't hang out with them. Yeah, I got a lot of semi-girlfriends. I got a shit ton of them. You know, but, like, we're just social. That's it. We're just social. That's it. And that's the biggest thing. Like, if you give too much attraction to a woman that's not attracted to you, they're just gonna want just attention from you. They're gonna call you up out of nowhere and then talk about boyfriends. As soon as a woman talks about a boyfriend towards you as a friend, that you'd be like, block, click off, don't talk to her anymore. Because what's gonna happen is she's gonna lose sight of that, and she's gonna get upset, and then she'll be like, how am I gonna get this guy back? Because I want him back. And then she'll start thinking like, oh fuck, baby, I have to like sex him up in that because that's what he always wanted. And that's how they do it to get attention. It doesn't always happen like that, but nobody goes on to that. Or they'll just stop talking to you. Well, I mean, it's not just for, like, if girls will have sex with you, they'll just fucking have sex with you. I literally have girls, like, talk to me for a little bit, and they're like, they'll come over and just start, like, playing around with my dick and balls and that. That had happened multiple times. They'll start, like, just going down there and sucking me off and shit. Yeah. True whores literally just want, they'll just do. They'll grab your nuts and that, and they'll like let you play out their boobs and that, and all of a sudden you're already getting your cock sucked and you're already basically fucking them. It happens that fast. Especially if they're overly attracted to you and that, like they'll want to bang a lot. They'll always want to have their legs around you and that. Or they're going to show it off, like legs spread or bent over a lot, or they're going to wear certain types of outfits and that to show off more stuff and that. Like it's unrealistic how much they try to get into guys' pants. That's how desperate some women can be. At least the ones that I had experience with. So, like, it happens. Well, that's what it is. You're not friends with the woman you're banging. The relationship's not even a relationship. That's just like, it's like a form of prostitution. You're just there just for the sex. That's it's a form of relationship, but it's just fully just sex. No emotions are really attached. You're just like, hey, I'm lonely tonight. You wanna come over? Yeah, come over. And you just fuck her, bust nuts over the place, and that's the thing is, once you start triggering emotions, then you'll want to fall in love. Women tend to do that a lot more than men, but I have known when some women are very good at just banging and leaving, like they don't care. And that's what it normally comes down to sometimes. You're like, is that really how it happens today? Like, yeah, it's how it happens. 100%. It happens like that a lot. It's scary because you're like, what the fuck? Are you serious? Like, yeah. Dead fucking serious. It's really how it happens. It's kind of fucked up. Yeah, it is. It's really fucked up. But that's just how life is, you know, like goody girls and that, they're super sweet, they're a lot nicer and that. That's the thing is, women with more body counts are always more mean, they're more like negative. Because they don't know how their emotions are all over the place and that. Like women that haven't experienced less sex, you know, they won't have sex with men just to have sex with men. I've talked to girls like that before too. They're actually quite nice in that. Yeah, well, yeah, that happens too. I mean, not with me. I never had a woman ever come in my life that I've known for a long ass time. That maybe one, but most times it's just new girls. But yeah, the honest truth is, I don't know. It's just how it is. Like, for what I've known, like I said, women really fantasize about dudes that they like, and they fantasize a lot. Guys fantasize too, but women tend to like go really deep with it sometimes. And like men that don't care about that as much, they try not to go in fantasy mode. They might dip into a little bit, like I do. Sometimes I dip into a little bit of this and that, but that's all emotions. You want to live a life of happiness in your head, not into reality, and that's the biggest thing. You want to live into like make-believe mode a little bit more than reality. It's like, how are you gonna make that a reality? I'm not really thinking about marrying and all that shit. Do you know him? Yeah, I know his name. I went through all of his social media and shit. I have nothing on my social media. I delete all my pictures and that. Like, I don't post. I never post. I like people's stuff and that on YouTube and shit, but like, I never post unless I'm on YouTube. But that's not on like social media. Like, I have like very low friends. Most of my friends are from out of country and that. And I have no idea why I have them, but I do. Yeah. I don't like here's how I think about the mind of a woman doesn't grow past 13 to 14 years old. And people and like honestly the statistics are out there saying that some people's minds, especially women, they don't grow past a certain amount. And what does that mean? That like their emotional psyche doesn't grow that much after a certain age. Yeah, you're 100% right. It's all about how you like. If you don't want to have any negative feelings on you, like men that have sex with a lot of women, that they're no different than women that have sex with a lot of men. I don't think anyone should do it. Like men say, "Oh yeah, it's good to have sex with a bunch of women." That men are supposed to do that. No, no, I'm sorry. Like that's stupid. So like, emotions run both ways. You know, from like my perspective, I want to be in love, so I do get more emotional with women than that. That's what hurts me the most. So I learned to pull it back. I learned to not care because I know how women work nowadays. Like as soon as a woman checks me out a lot and her eyes point at me and she don't say nothing to me, she's already sizing me up. She's already found something attractive about me. And that's the first sign of attraction is eyes. And a lot of people don't understand that. I think, well, no, it's eyes. You attract through eyes first, 100%. That's what starts it. And when you catch them with it, normally they'll be up front with you and say, yeah, you're kind of cute in that. I think you look good in that. Or they'll hide it. They'll try to play you. That just means that they got a man. Or they're just scared. Most likely it's because they have a man. Like, they're not going to be up front with it. Like, one girl at my job and that, you know, like, I called it out. She always would look at me in that. And she asked, like, why do you keep looking at me? I'm like, well, because they got eyes to see and that. I'm like, you know, I look at her because she's got a great figure on you. She's got big boobs. She's skinny. She looks fucking good. She's very attractive. And like I try to ask her questions that to get to know her and that, and she refuses to like really talk to me. And then like I always had like a cap on. I always wear a black and yellow cap. My mom made like yarn caps for me and that. You know, around my area and that I always wear black and yellow, so people actually know me from all over the place. They always wear the same color. And I finally had to take it off, and they finally like told me, oh, you can't wear that cap and wear a hat on top of it, and it doesn't have it's not from the workplace. And I have a lot of hair, and they saw me with all my hair and that, and like she was eyeballing the shit out of me that because it was a new look. She didn't notice I had a lot of hair. Probably had a little bit of hair in that. 'Cause you can see from the back part of my thing, but. And then she started to like get really like cozy with me and more nicer to me and that. Like something happened that we were laughing about something and that, and I'm just like, yeah, you know, it's like you playing me, you play too much and that. She's like, oh yeah, all that stuff and that. I'm like, got it, I already knew it. I'm like, yeah, okay. That's what you want to get to as a man. You want to get to that point where you're just sitting there, you already know how it's gonna be, and you just play along with the bullshit. A lot of women don't want you to know that they like you or that they're attracted to you. That's the game. They want to play it. You're like playing 5 or 10D chess. You're always staying ahead. You already know what's going to happen to a certain extent. And you play along with it. And as the months go by and then all of a sudden, you know, shit slips or she'll like, you know, women will do very dramatic things and that, like, fuck me, dude, it's weird, like, it's really weird. Called you gay, she said no. Yeah, that's the funny part about it, women get so upset when you deny sex. They're like, what are you, gay? No, baby, you just a hoe. See, when you had so many dicks in you like you, I don't want to be that next dick. Because that's disgusting. It makes you feel wrong. Like, man, I fucked everybody else you fucked. That's why guys like virgins. I mean, my ex was like that. She told me up front. She's a little bit of a hoe, and like, and she was proud of it and shit. Like, she was like, I'm the commander and conqueror. Like, you should be proud of getting banged by a bunch of dudes, because that's fucking disgusting. Like, how do you not think that's gross? Like, I think that's gross. I had my dong and like maybe 3 girls in my lifetime, and I never went all the way because I didn't feel right. Like, I was like, this ain't a relationship. This is just shit. I think it's because God doesn't want me to just bang random chicks. Like, I always been stopped. I always got that gut feeling, and like I lose it every time in that. Every damn time. Every time. The chick can be fucking super sexy, perfect tits and ass, and gorgeous face and all that shit. And like, I just can't. Like, I have to be in love. I have to be married, and I have to be in this full committed relationship, and I have to like even do anything. Because like, I don't get the whole dopamine thing. Like, I can't even smoke weed. I can't even get drunk. I don't like doing it. It just doesn't feel right to me. I hate it, actually. I despise doing that shit. I see people popping pills or getting high all the damn time. I'm like, how do you live life like that? You wanna know why? Because I can turn off my brain and be high as fuck whenever I want to. I can be high on life. Lord Jesus gave me that. Jesus Christ gives you enjoyment. I'm high on life. I don't need to smoke weed. I'm always fucking high. I can turn it up or I can turn it down. I can turn it all the way around, you know. Like, I don't need to have drugs. I automatically do it. Like right now, I'm high right now. I'm like, because I'm enjoying myself. That's what it is. Like, you ever played a video game, you get so into it you play for 10 hours straight? Yeah, that's enjoyment of life. You just enjoy it. You're like, hey, everybody. Like, I came in to work in that, you know, and I was giving, like, some of the boys that work in that, you know, I gave them a little bit of love and that. Like, oh, hey, guys, just pat them on the back, give them hugs and shit and that. Like, let's give some love in this thing. I was like, yeah, baby, you know, all shit and that. And everybody else is all like, Or else I broken that. I broke the silence. I broke the fucking the vibes. I like the vibe feels like shit, and you're like, God, it sucks there. Over 9,000. Dang, girl, how much dick did you have? Oh no, like 100 and something. Damn. You instantly pull out the over 9,000 thing from Vegeta. What's his power level, Vegeta? It's over 9,000. That's what you do. What's his power level, Vegeta? She's over 9,000. Oh God, that's a whore. Damn. But that's disturbing. Over 9,000. Oh, yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm always looking for people to talk to and that have common things like, yeah, fuck wokeness. I can't say all liberal people are bad, but there's a lot of fucking stupid ass people out there. Okay, bro, you have a good morning, man. I'll probably get off and probably just take a nap and that. I gotta work at 4 o'clock. So I at least gotta get something. I gotta take a huge piss. But yeah, I'll see you later, man. Thanks for the subscription, man. Over 9,000. Yeah, man, that's a lot of dick. Did you take that all at once? Like that one dumb bitch did? I was like, I took 100 dicks. What the fuck? I was watching this one short, and this girl was talking about getting anal surgery and that because she took like a whole bunch of dicks in her ass and shit. I'm like, why? She's like, I'm professional. I'm like, how's that a profession? Getting dick in your ass. And you're not even that good looking. You're like average. You're average looking. Like, that's disturbing. Like, to say that you're professional at taking cock. Oh, like, that's not a profession. You're just a whore. Now it's a profession? Like, you get paid for it. What's the difference? You're being paid for sexual services. Like Chef off South Park. The prostitute. That's what we do. That's what we do, children. We pay girls to have sex with them. Prostitute. She's nothing but a prostitute. Like, of course. They always want to turn around and say, well, that's not what it is. No. OnlyFans, all these sexual things, you're prostituting yourself. That word should be a negative influence on your life. Being a prostitute is bad, okay? Like, we put that, can we all say that? Can we say it together? Being a whore, a slut, whatever it is, a prostitute, it's bad, okay? It's not good for you to be like that. I understand some people have to. No, you can just get a normal fucking job. You can work at a normal place. Well, I make quicker money. Yeah, but you destroy your emotions, psyche, way faster. That's why a lot of rich people go to strip clubs that they pick up strippers and they give them a better life. It happens a lot. They're like, why are you a stripper now? You're gorgeous and that. It's like, well, I need money now for college. And then, you know, college is a big fucking bullshit. Yeah, talk about fucking college. Oh, wow. A lot of these, like, left-leaning people and that, all these dumb fucks that went to college for 100 fucking years and that got a bicycling degree. Yeah, you get a fucking yoga degree. I know how to stretch. I'm sure you know how to stretch. Okay, that's cool. I can stretch right now. See, I'm touching my toes. Well, there's different kinds of stretches in that. Okay, I can touch this toe. I can touch that toe. I can stretch out my abs. I can stretch out my sides and that. So what the fuck do you mean you went to school for that? I didn't even go to school for that. I already learned it. Well, it's called basic knowledge. You're learning basic knowledge. You know what you're doing? You know what you're doing? You're thinking that you're getting something that's gonna upgrade how fucking stupid you are. There you go. That's most college degrees in a nutshell. You want to plaster something on your wall? Get a cool Vincent poster. I got a cool cloth Vincent poster. Cool cloth Vincent poster. He's holding his triple Cerberus. That's fucking cool, okay? That's more important than a fucking degree. It says, congratulations, you gave us 50 grand for doing absolutely nothing, you dumbass. Thank you for the money. Then you go in debt. Now they're all complaining about their debt. And Trump's saying, oh, you all gotta pay back your student loan debt. Wait a minute, what? Why? Because it's all from taxpayers. We're tired of you losers using the money, not doing nothing with it. And the only ones that complain about paying back the loans is because they don't want to pay back to begin with. And a lot of people get student loans to live off the loans. They don't even get jobs. They keep going to school for loans. And they rack up hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of debt, and they live off the loans. Because at the end of the month, you get a certain amount of money in that for the semester in that, and you can live off the excess money. It happens all the time. They have to give it to you. And they complain about that shit. So what the fuck do you mean you complain about that shit? A loan means that you're borrowing money from someone, which means you have to pay it back. So start getting a job in that, like everybody else has it, and start paying back your dues. That's it. I don't know what's wrong with that. I think that's fair because I don't have any fucking money. What's that, dude? Women are going ape shit. Women are going crazy on the internet, man. Bitches are getting mad over everything. It's so funny. I watch a lot of people that listen to TikTok girls and that talk about shit, and like, they get upset the most when like super hot guys try to like talk to them and that, and they give them like one word answers, like, oh, you're cute. And like, they're so obsessed and so desperate. Dude, being desperate sucks. That's like the most unhealthy thing to be is desperate. Like, the more you're desperate in life, and you just like think that you deserve shit. What do you mean? You deserve stuff. You don't deserve anything. You gotta work for everything. Whee! Get the fuck out of here. Oh, fuck you. You gotta work for everything in life. Like, when women say that, you know, that they deserve shit because they got a vagina and that, it's like, okay, well. Do you? No, honestly, I don't think you do. I don't think anyone deserves anything. You're not. You already got easy mode on. Easy mode's already activated. You're already getting everything easier. People say, no, I don't get stuff easier now. Like, what do you mean? Everything's easier for you. If you don't know what hard is, how you know what easy is? You don't know what difficulty is, and someone says, yeah, you get easier now because, you know, you're prettier and all that. I see girls do that shit all the time towards each other and that. They really, like, attack each other and shit with that crap. It's actually quite funny. Like, you get pretty privilege in that. I'm like, I'm talking to another girl in that. He's like, what? I love seeing women get jealous over other women in that. Like, it becomes so cool, especially when it's competition with how many dudes they sleep with. Women are savage. Women are fucking savage towards each other. And it's the most funniest, and it happened at my other job. So my ex, I had two girls that had crushes on me, or they liked me, or used me, or whatever the fuck terminologies you want to say. They both had something with me. One had one with me, and that way before the other one came in. And like, I'm just sitting there, like, listening to this. Oh my god, they got a big ass argument about stupid ass shit. It was all petty as fuck. And the one, my ex, like, she has anger issues up the ass and that, like, and like, she really got mad. And was sitting there. And got mad over something stupid. They're doing some petty ass stuff. And I thought it was funny now, but I didn't really give a fuck honestly, but you know. And I was sitting there like, are you serious? I was like, man. And it was funny because it seemed like, wow. And she got all mad and that, and like they all started doing the fussy thing and that. And these women did not like each other at all. That's one of the reasons why the other girl left. She literally left because it was just too much drama. Like, yeah, you're interfering on the man that she fucking liked. That's the reason why she got jealous. That's what always happens. Happens all the damn time. People say it doesn't happen. Like, women try to deny that shit. You don't know, you're lying. It does. You know, mature women are normally the first ones that call it out. They're like, yeah, she's fucking lying. She has a crush on you, another one does too, and that's why they do that shit. Like, yep. 100%. Always why they do it. And you find it really funny in that you're all like, wow, that shit's fucking stupid. Fucking dumb as fuck. Oh, look.
We should talk again.
Yeah, dude. Fuck, get into the house.
Smell oddly. We should talk again.
Fire. Oh god, that was...
Do you need something? Let's hope you're more useful than the last one I hired. Greetings.
Nice. That's up there, isn't it? Oh, fuck, fuck. Ow! Look what you did.
Do you need something? Keep your eyes open.
It's like right there. Fuck you, bitch. Okay. But yeah, this shit got really fucking funny really fucking quick, and we're just sitting there like looking at this shit, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, and it was just a big old pout match to get affection from me. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, is this how bad women get? You're that fucking desperate? Like, it's fucking terrible. See there, bitch. Yeah, that's bad. That's really fucking bad. It makes you laugh every time I think about what happened that day.
Always nice to get resupplied.
Purple. 90. 90 plus 2. That is fucking amazing. That's S&G. That is. I don't know. I'll get it. 20. Fuck. How the fuck do I get up there? I gotta go up from above. Yeah, I don't know why I have so much fucking energy. My energy's through the fucking roof right now. Took a really good shit though. Really great shit.
Like having another soldier on the field.
Blow up Mervyn style, bitch. Fuck you.
That's enough.
Yeah, these grenades don't blow up too fast or come out slow.
Bullseye!
Pow! Right, they cut there. This sounds fucking awesome.
Nailed it.
If you can swing it. The money sucks in this game right now. But yeah, that shit got funny as fuck. That's how you can tell when a woman really likes you, when they start fighting against other women towards you. That's just obviously how you know, because they think that someone else is trying to get you. And that's when you start to notice. Wow. That shit a lot. Yeah, man. they don't want to tell you that because they feel embarrassed, but that's not true. Yeah, buddy. Like bodybuilders doing steroids. 100%. All of them do it. Michael Hearn's fucking taking all kinds of steroids. He can lie about all the fuck he wants and that. And like, dude, you're like 56, almost 60 years old. Like, bro, you're taking steroids. It's fucking obvious that you're taking steroids. He lies a lot. Steroids? Yeah, steroids, bro. You take steroids. And all his friends defend him. But he doesn't take roids and that. He's always been like that. He was 260 pounds in fucking high school and shit. I'm like, he started taking them early then. I go, who the fuck is 260 fucking pounds in fucking high school?
Oh, you know that hurt.
That jacked and that ripped. I mean, I knew guys in my high school year, they were fucking taking shit. You want to say that you're not, motherfucker? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, who the fuck is gonna believe you, honestly? Trickle something. I'm used to quick scoping and shit. Oh, nice. Is that my car up there? What the fuck? Oh, shit, yeah. Here, fuck.
Has your needs covered.
Nice. Fuck, I hit with the damn gun. What time is it now? Oh, well, I'm getting off. Okay, get ready to go to bed. Okay, guys, I will see you guys later in that. I think my morning streams seem to do a lot better than my late night streams, so I might start doing a lot more morning streams than that whenever I can. Anyway, you guys have a good night and a good morning night. God bless, and stay true to yourself in that and pray. Give everything to Jesus, just pray. I don't care what it's about. Just keep on praying, because pray does everything good. If you have a hard life in that, pray about your life. You know, talk to him, because he always listens. He always listens. He listened to me, and that my life is actually changing little by little. Because I actually am giving him a little more faith than I ever did before. You know, he didn't sacrifice for you just to not hear you. He wants to hear you. So give him some love. Okay? You get that.